listen, don't, I was hungry. I'm still eating a little bit, but I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Shine in the building. Thank you for coming through. Hey. Thanks for being a member. I just saw that. I appreciate you, Rachel. Thank you so much for being a member. And I am live on both my channels, okay? So if you are over on Come Get This Commentary too, I'm just here for the fuck shit because the fuck shit is real, okay? Um First of all, I hope y'all had a great day. My apologies for starting late. Your girl just, whenever I try to get home early, I know my notes ain't gone. Here come my notes. Okay, I don't have a lot of notes. I'm gonna drop the link because Carlee Russell's wig has made it. A moment of silence. Listen, a good troll name. Y'all gonna create one. Open, come on, packages. Yes, come on, packages. What's up, everybody? So let me try to go down a little list. Just a couple of hellos. Amber, Sean, Just a T, ain't S High, Got Blunt. I know. Guess what? That's what D's for. I'll be 50 next year. I might want to remember that. Ask High, get blunt answers, okay? Simply Complicated. Amber, I don't want to use the name. Eat the Peach. The one on my other channel, Rain and Room. She ready to drag a bitch. She been trying to drag her all day. I can't even stop her. Hey, Marlon. Hey, Rachel. Natural Beauty Cream. Shrinking Sharon. Toy Bad Saint Hudson. Rain and Room. Carlee Russell's wig. I support you in all that you do. Shrinking Sharon. Chillaxing. Puppet Master, Bambi. Hey, boo. Who did I miss? Natural Beauty Queen is here. So I can't get to all of y'all. Hey, Sandy, but I see y'all. Hey, Risha. I think Risha is at work. I think she told me she's at work, okay? All right. The one. Hello, the one. Thank you. I appreciate that. Listen. No, not you. My thing was getting, wait, hold on. Can I get over to where I'm supposed to be? Okay. Did it upload? Watch, I got a feeling it didn't upload. Yeah, listen, the dragging can begin. I mean, she did everything she could do to get dragged, okay? So she didn't try not to get dragged, right? So if people are dragging her, then it is what it is. Okay. Move that out the way. Hello. Hey, DJ. Desiree. Hey, enough for you. Hey, y'all. Okay. This is what I mean by, this is what I mean rushing. When you rushing in from work, because y'all know I'm coming in all late. I'm like, I'm determined. You hear me? I was determined to get on here earlier. And I saw Sean was talking about it. I didn't sit in his chat long because I didn't want to be swayed, because I know I said I might touch on some of the points he did, but I wanted to have my own thoughts. But I do got to go back and watch his I want to go back and watch it, okay? Because I know he went piece by piece like we gonna do, okay? So let's get into it.
All right, official 2-minute warning.
Okay, share my screen. I also want to tell y'all, if we'll do it later. It'll be another live. Let me share my screen. I don't want to mix subjects. Okay. So I want to, we're not going to start from the whole beginning. Maybe about, let me see what that said. That was kind of low. We heard the 911 call. I'm going to skip past that.
The child is missing. The Hoover Police Department did not locate any 911 call. Relative after.
Okay. So before we get into it, okay? Hey, Lou. Hey, y'all. Hold on. Let me put myself up here. Sexy and Complete. Hey, Lou. Hey, y'all. Hey, Rosetta. So before we fully get into it, I got a couple of things I want to talk about. Anaya Blanchard, I completely forgot about. Isn't that the lady who lost her daughter. Her daughter was murdered, the white lady, and I believe she came out and helped to help the family search for Carlee. Am I mistaken? Or maybe it's not Anaya Blanchard. Hey, Keisha, but it was a woman. If it's not Anaya Blanchard, I feel like it was. But if it wasn't, it was a white woman that helped this family because she felt what they were going through. This whole little skit, okay, opened up a lot of wounds for family and friends. Anaya is the one that passed away. Thank you. Okay, it wasn't the mother. Thank you. Anaya Blanchard, she was murdered, right? Her mother went out and she was drawn to the case. A lot of people had loved ones that went missing, okay? They saw this and they like, oh my God, I gotta pour into her. She had people pouring into her that wasted energy and time, okay? They can't get that back. This woman will never forget that her daughter was murdered. But sometimes you can be, I don't want to use the words at peace, but you can just be stable in the fact of what is, and then you have someone come and drudge it back up in such a way for no reason, okay? So that was very, very, very horrible that she caused trauma on people for no reason. I also think in the stark beginning of it, okay? And I'm going to drop the link. Some of you may not believe it or you may disagree. I think in the extreme beginning, the family, the mother, the father, I don't think they knew what she did. But I think when she got home and they started talking to her, it started putting the pieces together. Hey, behind the bar, okay? Y'all have at it in the chat. Drag her till you can't drag her no more. Okay, what she did was deplorable. I believe the family figured it out or knew she was lying, but they wanted to stick with her. The father in that interview didn't seem really, his eyes was low, and I'm no body expert, but in my opinion, thank you for being a member, St. Hudson. In my opinion, I feel like he kept his eyes low because he just couldn't really face us like the internet per se, and let the wife do all the talking. So I probably am reading into that wrong, but that's just how I took it. The father didn't seem to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just here to support. This one touched me. One reason, because I have a family member who came up missing for months and was found murdered. Wow, she's black and we don't get the attention when we're missing. Exactly. Things I've seen on the internet is people saying, well, white people do it all the time. And they, it's no big deal for them per se. Here's my thought with that. Yes, we've seen, and let me know if you agree or disagree, but here's my thought when people say that. Yes, white people have done some heinous things and have gotten a slap on the wrist. They have gotten to walk away. They have not received jail time. They have even set one foot in jail. However, it's always shown that when we, as a black person, thank you for being a member on both my channels. Thank you. Rochelle, thank you too. When we as black people do something heinous like that, we don't get grace. We can't live it down, right? We can't live it down. We don't get the grace. It sticks with us. We drug forever. Now, I think the only time white people get a little grace, who daughter was, we know she killed her. Who killed the little girl? Anthony. Not Lacey. Oh, Lord. Who killed the little girl but was proved innocent, but we know she did it? Anthony? They hate that bitch. She can't do nothing. But other than that, to me, that's why it's like, I don't feel because I'm black, I'm going to go out and do something heinous because the white person did it. And we don't get that same grace. We don't get that, Casey, thank you. We don't get that, okay? So I don't feel that's an excuse. Now, here's what I do feel is an excuse. If I see the Arbor truck flipped over, not robbed, okay, nobody hurt. If it just hit a bump and it flipped over and all the money bags flew out all the black people. If I ruled the world, imagine that. Go get the money, and I ain't telling on none of y'all. Okay. But I've been seeing that she needs grace. Um, some people are really running really hardcore with the mental illness. I feel, in my opinion, when hey vibes, hey Evelyn, Marianne, Deanna, hey shrinking. If I Jamila, if I missed anybody, charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm not ignoring you on purpose. Okay, I'm in the StreamYard studio, so I'm looking at 2 channels, all chat. Okay, hey King, Carlee, get the bag of 2. Did I lose my thought? Yep, my age is showing. Do 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 do. We're gonna tell. What was I just saying, y'all? Let me drink water. I did have some wine too. That could be it. What did I just say? Okay, we're gonna go back. So anyway, because I just lost my thought. That just burns me up. Oh, I was saying that we don't get grace. So we can do some fuck shit, and blacks don't get the grace. White people do. We don't get the bond. They can murder everybody and don't get the grace, right? So there's that with that. The mental illness part, okay? I don't believe in pulling the mental illness card, and I get it. I know it'll be the same. The white people do it all the time. We don't get that grace, and mental illness don't usually have you premeditating shit. When people say you have a psychotic break, from my understanding and looking at several family members with schizophrenia who have had breaks, it literally happened. We woke up like one day and all hell broke loose, and they had to be hospitalized. They weren't searching shit. How to have a mental break. You know what I'm saying? They literally had, hey Jam, hey Arissa, they literally had the mental break, and we couldn't bring them down. We couldn't fix it. It was nothing we could do. So could there be signs of some mental illness, okay, and things that lead up to a break? Sure, of course. But I don't believe the searches really did it for me, okay? So I just think, yeah. Hey GD, I think that mental illness is when you having that break, it's like that. You don't get to think it through, okay? Let me see. Thank you for the super chat, and they will charge our back. Yes, as an adult. So when the black babies and honey, it's not the same grace as the white people, right? And that's not racist. That's statistically proven. That's just, it's not. So I feel that we have to be mindful of what we do, because we're not going to get this grace. What she did was just stupid, okay? But we're going to go over it, okay? Oh, here was another thing. We're going to go over it because I don't want to give... I took just a few notes, and I do want to drop this link, okay? Let me push play, okay? And we're going to pause, and we're going to talk about it, because I want to hear you. Let me get the link ready so I can invite y'all, okay? The girl who put the baby in the trash can. I thought she did. You know what? It was everywhere I looked. That was everywhere I looked. But if I guess it's in the eye. Maybe my algorithm. You know what? I watch a lot of true crime, so let me say that I got all kind of shit in my crime. Her story is continuously, because I'm watching her trial. Okay, so. Yeah, and some things don't get the coverage, but they are trying to get her off with mental, either mental illness, or they're trying to say that her pain meds caused the baby to die, instead of she gave birth in the bathroom, put the baby in a bag, dropped it in the trash, and put another bag on top of it. Okay, I'm going to just sit here in the bushes where I was left. Kiva, I thought she was shouting out gangs. So they're going to get GD in the... Yes, in our history. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's get started so we can... Hey, Puppet. Hey, y'all. Okay, so let's get started so we can Look, they said to drag her. Yeah, they've been. Listen, if you talking about the lady with the baby in the trash, they've been dragging her. At least where I'm at. Hey, enough for you. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Okay. All right, let's play. Basically, right here is the call. She's saying she got someone on the way. My girl. Yes. Okay.
Carlee called a relative after speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time. No one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields.
I got a question, and I am eating. Forgive me, y'all. I had to take a bite of my food because I got in from work. So, are they saying, give me correction. Hey, the real Aaron. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm going to drop the link. So, if you want to come up in a minute, thank you for being a member. Thank you. Football fields. Okay. Hey, just Valencia. Yeah, she like, girl, this is the, honey, she not only lied, it was premeditated. Okay. Are we saying, help me, tell me yes or no, Kiva? Hey, Deborah, that she drove the length of 6 football fields, and that's how far the baby walked? That's why they emphasizing 6 football fields. That's how far that baby had walked. And is it logical to think that all this freeway, she was the only car to see a little white baby? You mean all these drivers let a child walk and nobody stopped but her? That when that, I'm telling you, when that came out, I was like, a freeway. Somebody sent me, I might have played it yesterday, about they wanted some truck drivers. If y'all was on the freeway, pull out y'all dash cams. What did y'all see? No truck driver has come forward yet to say, we saw a baby or a toddler out there on the freeway, okay? And we know she wasn't the only car that drove that night, okay? So,
Out on the interstate, despite numerous vehicles. Carlee called a relative after speaking with the 911 operator. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. Traffic camera footage was obtained which depicted this portion of the incident, and that footage was analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call and cell phone data to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only report of a child on the interstate.
Again, when they said nobody called in. When a car was smoking, it was a car smoking on the freeway one time when I was driving, and I called 911. You know what they told me? She said, we have multiple calls about it. Thank you so much for calling. But a child walking on the freeway, not one, only her call. Okay. She probably should have watched Taken all the way through and sat down with pen and paper.
Despite numerous vehicles passing through the area at that time, no one has called to report that a child is missing, and the Hoover Police Department did not locate any evidence of a small child walking down the interstate. Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards.
One more time for the people in the back that might not believe. He said she was on the phone and drove 6 football fields, saying she was following a toddler. You're in your car looking at a toddler, and y'all drove, as you watched that toddler, the equivalent of 6 football fields. Okay. Okay.
The Hoover 911 Center received a second call from Carlee's mother, stating that a relative was on the phone with her when they heard Carlee scream, and then they had an open phone line. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of
The person that heard her scream. We ain't even talked about her. You heard her scream? Okay.
being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly. They located Carlee's wig and cell phone in the grass near the vehicle. Her purse was located in the front seat of her vehicle with her Apple Watch in the purse. The food she ordered for tzatziki's was also in the car. The items she purchased from Target, as well as the items taken from her place of employment, were not in the vehicle, nor were they located.
She stole from her job. What was it, toilet tissue and a robe? Do y'all think her job is going to put any charges on her? Because it hasn't been confirmed that she's stolen any money. That's a rumor. The job didn't confirm it, but they did say she took a robe and some tissue. That's stealing. Okay. She did search how to break in a register, but again, it's not been validated, not been factually confirmed she stole money. Okay. But I'm going to lean with she did it. I'm leaning with that. But do you think her job is going to step in and put some charges on her?
Anywhere around the scene. Hoover police deployed all available assets from the point in the search for Carlee. Additional resources were called in to include our own drone unit, crime scene investigators.
Hey, Marie.
Numerous detectives
Hey,
responded to the scene. Throughout the day Friday, officers from surrounding local and federal agencies assisted Hoover police in the search for Carlee Russell. Officers returned to the scene on 459 to conduct a thorough line search for evidence. K-9 teams from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department responded to check for any sign of Carlee, the child that she claimed to see, and anything else that could be considered evidence in this case. Those searches all turned up empty. Private citizens, including search parties.
I got a question too. When you have an Apple Watch, I'm an Android, so don't judge me. Apple Watch, because I know y'all want to steal my Samsung watch if I had one. Apple Watch, I think her car was a Benz. She had $100 in her ankles. Wouldn't said kidnappers want the car to sell for parts or anything? Most people that get kidnapped, the car be found in a different area, right? I guess I be watching too much this ID channel. But that in itself was very telling that, thank you, Valencia, for being a member. That in itself was very, very telling that they left a lot of valuables. That if you're a criminal, you want valuable things, right? So you're an Android squad too. Listen, again, when the story first broke, y'all, I felt some kind of way, but I said I'll just wait. You know what I'm saying? Because, everything isn't what it seems. And clearly, it turned out to be that way.
Parties organized by her family. Friends began looking everywhere that they could to find any trace. These searches took place throughout the day Friday and again on Saturday, yielding nothing. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center receives a call from Carlee's residence stating that she returned home on foot. In subsequent investigations, detectives obtained surveillance footage of Carlee walking down the sidewalk alone prior to arrival at her residence. She was conscious and speaking with paramedics when she was transported to UAV.
Remember, don't judge me, I'm eating. And I'm not going to give y'all a mukbang because you know y'all call me a fat ass. Y'all want that catch me eating so that can be on somebody's shorts. Come get your cheeseburger, fat ass was eating. No, thank you. The family, the boyfriend, didn't they all say she was, she was unconscious or what have you? They say she was alert when the police got there, when the EMS got there. But they had us thinking she was, either out of it or non-responsive. Non-responsive as in shock. Also, they didn't say she was beat up in any way. Again, I'm not wanting her to be beat up. But I could have swore I saw a report where they said she either had some marks on her, because think about it. They said she had to physically fight for her life. Wouldn't she be kind of bruised up a little bit? But as we listen, she says the kidnapper said, we're not going to put the cuffs on you because we don't want to leave no marks. But you fought for your life, right? Okay.
Detectives were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence.
Hey, boo.
She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she...
And I don't like to be nitpicky, but a man comes out of the woods, grabs you, usually you fighting. Let me go, right? Did he walk you to the fence and help you over it? Because most times they dragging you and they force you. Hurry up, bitch. They forcing you. You done got cut and shit. You just had a little mark on the lip. I'm not saying that there aren't kind kidnappers, I guess. But most of them are moving quick. It's quick, it's fast, and you're getting scratched up in some kind of way, right? Just odd to me.
She remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated the male was with a female.
In the trailer of an 18-wheeler. So most 18-wheeler trailers don't have furniture in them. So if you're in an 18-wheeler hitting bumps and driving, again, I'm just, because I be thinking too, let me go about my business.
However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded, but was not.
Typically, I hate to keep, but if you got kidnapped and then you escape, don't that typically piss off the people that kidnapped you? So they said, come here. Nah, you gonna stop escaping. Come on, get in the car. All right, thank you. We don't got all day to chase you, girl. Get in here. Hashtag kind kidnappers in the chat. Again, I don't wish for this girl to be beat the fuck up. I don't wish for her to be assaulted. But if you're trying to make us think you got all this traumatic shit going on, nothing traumatic seemed to have happened. Oh, okay.
Not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up.
In the world and the sick society we live in, remember that couple, the toy box, the toy chest killer? Him and his girlfriend would kidnap women and keep them and abuse them violently. Most people don't let you strip naked. Remember, she had her socks on because it was money, like $100 in her socks. It's a lot of things that I don't know. Maybe this should be a new study for kidnappers. The kind kidnappers. Right? Okay.
And was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not.
She gave details that she was studying to be a nurse. Her profession, I don't know if she was studying to be an LPN or RN or whatever nurse, but it was a nurse of something. But she also worked at a spa. I don't know if that was a nursing home and they called it the Woodland Spa or if it was actually a spa, okay? Why are you played with hair and fed cheese crackers? I said crackers. Cheese crackers. She gave like extra detail, like over details, unnecessary details. But you know, if you really had your hair played with and fed crackers, and you was butt naked with a whole man with orange hair, balding, interesting. It's just, yeah, the toy. Listen, I listened to the videotape, the audio tape he played for you when he kidnapped you while you were butt naked, eagle spread, clamped down in a chair. You had to listen to this tape. I listened to it broad daylight, and I was cutting on every light in the house. I was completely shook. It was the most horrifying thing I ever heard in my life. Horrifying. Ugh.
Not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle.
She had a
she
charcuterie
claims
board
was able to escape
kidnapping.
while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence.
So conveniently, it was a spa spot. Thank you, Lee Pepper, and welcome Lee. Welcome Simply Complicated, Amber Taylor, Ducky. Hey Kashawn. Hey Jamila. Charge it to my head if I didn't speak to y'all. It's not on purpose. You see, I'm going through the conversation. So you got fed a charcuterie board kidnapping. Cheese, wine, you got a head massage, and you got your scalp scratched on your kidnapping. Okay. Then they conveniently kidnapped you wherever they took you after driving, because you drove in the back of a trailer. You escaped somehow. Then they caught you. So wherever they drove you, it was still, you still had the wherewithal, you had the knowledge, you had your compass, you looked to the east and you looked to the north and you said, I shall go this way. And running through that forest led you back to your neighborhood. Even after them driving you around, allegedly.
During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information.
You had money still on you with kidnappers. Okay. All the pieces of the story, just they don't fit. And that's another question. You was in the back of a semi-trailer and you escaped. Did you jump out? How did you escape out of there? Was the door open, and because you watched Taken, your particular set of skills outside of lying allowed you to scale the truck, gently hop out, tuck and roll, and not have any road rash on your body and escape the back of a trailer? Okay.
In this interview, and they plans to speak with her in detail after giving her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to her disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched.
Before you got kidnapped, you searched, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Because you was hoping your family wouldn't have to pay for an Amber Alert to find you? You didn't want to put them in debt? You didn't want to did you have to steal that money or borrow that money? There's no, I know you don't have to pay for an Amber Alert, but I'm not going to put nobody in timeout. Because y'all is, where my one girl at? She said she ready to drag her period. But, okay.
On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught."
Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? And how to steal money out of register without getting caught. I wanted to search it because I was curious to know what did it say. Because I don't even know, I didn't know you could do it. I thought at least when I worked at Burger King many years ago, I had like a code. I don't remember exactly what you call it, but when I got on the register, I did a couple of doop-doop-doops, and it let me in because it was my cashier thingy. But it is that little button, boop, and then it'll pop open, but you still assigned to it. I mean, so the rumor is that she did steal money. If she in fact stole money from her job, we will probably hear about that. Again, it's not confirmed. They didn't confirm that. She just did an internet search of it, and it, it looks, okay.
Was searched.
Thank you, Jam. It was
On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "Birmingham bus station" was searched. On July 3rd.
All of this is before the kidnapping and the day you faked your kidnapping. You was planning on stealing, my opinion, because it's unconfirmed. You was planning to steal money and to catch a bus or a flight or wherever you was going, travel with stolen goods, okay? And you wanted to know, would your family or would you have to pay someone because an Amber Alert was going to be put out? This is before you got kidnapped. Okay. Rain and ready. Look, you heard me calling for you. That bitch, I'm here.
13th, 2:35 a.m. A search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th.
I got a question. Why was it a one-way? Let's talk about it. You going one way? You had no intentions on returning? So is it people in Nashville that's in on this with you? Was this supposed to garner? I wonder, was this supposed to garner money from a GoFundMe? Your family, now you're making me think your family in on it. Because the GoFundMe or whatever was raised was in family's name, I'm assuming, right? So they would raise money for your kidnapping. They would collect said monies, send it to you in Nashville, because it's a one-way ticket. You knew you wasn't coming back. What the fuck is in Nashville? I know they got, is that the honey hot chicken? My fat ass, look, worried about a snack. Child, let me go here.
On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches later to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert.
she searched on her work computer. Amber Alerts. When she searched Taken, what do you think went through her mind? I need to watch that movie so I can plot the storyline and what I'm going to tell them.
There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time.
Now, that shows me, tell me if I'm far-fetched, that make me think he showed her grace because those searches may have been personal medically. Now, I be far-fetched, I know. But out of respect, he said out of respect, what if she was pregnant and needed an abortion? Or, I don't know. But it's how he said it. He was like, out of respect for the family, I'm going to let that be. That felt a little gentle to me. Whatever the subject matter of those text messages were.
We've asked to interview Carlee a second time, but have not been granted that request. As you can
And they want
see,
to interview.
there
Here's
may
another thing. They've been hopping the family. I get it. We ain't seen her interview. But the family been hopping around all over the place. Thank you for being here, Brooklyn. The family been hopping around all on everybody's news. And y'all ain't convinced y'all daughter to get up here and speak her truth. Oh, Lord Jesus. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get up here. You don't think the family knew, but I think the parents were probably extorted, and that's why they were in Georgia wiring suspicious amounts of money. Could be possible. This is like me watching Money Heist around and people going to bed. Oh, hey, Layla. You think it's some personal, possible. Called her a liar in the most nicest way. He really actually dragged her in the most nice. He dragged her in the most nicest way. He did. Pregnancy, not boyfriend, right? Whoever baby it was, child. But he was really I like that though. He did. He called her liars multiple times. And is their family in Tennessee though? Nashville. I mean, where she was trying to go. Like, where was you going with a one-way ticket? But okay, carry on.
questions left to be answered, but only Carlee can provide those answers. Well,
And it's interesting how they're waiting for her to. They like, you don't want to talk. Fine, we're gonna let you walk. That's interesting to me. In my opinion, it's something coming for her, and they instead of pushing that, they're just probably waiting on a little bit more evidence where they don't gotta ask your permission or let you gather yourself, right? So. Because I'm like, what you mean only she can answer? Bring her ass in. Come sit down here. But you have a right to refuse, so okay.
what we can't say is that we've been unable to verify most of Carlee's initial statement made to investigators.
Liar.
We have no reason to believe that there is a threat to the public safety related to this particular case. Thank you very much.
With that, we'll open the floor to some.
Remember, I think I might have said it the other day. Why nobody came out and said all points bulletin or something like, because the mother stated the abductor is still out there, the bad guys. I'm like, well, why y'all ain't making an announcement? Like, hey, this man with the orange hair, she didn't say he had orange hair, but he's out there. Because he's not out there. They like, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. At least not from who had her. From this story, y'all safe. Now, the serial killer in the bushes, he a different one. Worry about him. But this particular case, y'all good to go. Mm-hmm.
Questions, please raise your hand and I will call on you. Carol.
Chief, do you expect any charges against Carlee Russell in connection with
They was talking so low.
Right now, our focus is to determine those 49 hours, so the investigation continues. So to be perfectly honest with you, that hasn't even entered our mind or been discussed.
One more question. Is it surprising to you that the family has not been cooperative in returning to be questioned?
Well, I think the family stated to us that they didn't think that in her mental state right now, because of trauma of the incident, that she's not ready to talk, is what we've been told.
Yes, sir.
Notice he said, notice the shade at the end. He said the family said she don't want to talk. This is sending me right here. Orange hair, white man. I want to know, did he have on red shoes? Notice, right, people think she is pregnant. Notice how they said, according to the family. That ain't us. The family said it's trauma, and she don't want to talk right now. Hey, do the right thing. And Chucky, right, describing Chucky and Ronald. Cha. Hey, Layla. Cha.
Yes, question for Chief. You stated that the abductor had orange hair. Was this abductor black male? Was it female? Black female? White female?
I
I
like
believe it's a
Carrot
white
Top.
male. Am I correct by saying
Don't
that?
do Carrot Top. I like
Was
it.
it ever? Yeah, white male.
Is this alleged abductor yet on the loose in the Hoover area?
Don't believe so.
The shade. This abductor, white man, balding, orange hair. Is he on the loose? Nope. We don't think so. Next question. Shit. Thank you, Decline Management. I appreciate you being here. Listen, he said, nope, y'all safe for real.
Yes, ma'am.
Chief Carlee WBRC, has a toxicology report been done and were any drugs or illegal substances found in her system?
We have no report of that.
Is any indication of mental illness in this case?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yes, sir.
There's been a concern in the community that if this turned out not to be a true story, that the next time a young woman of color was missing, that it might not be taken seriously. How would you respond to that?
I'd respond to say that we investigate every crime to the fullest, just like we have this one.
Right here.
You wrote that question just as she asked that. That's a fair question. The reporter knew to ask, well, with this happening, will other black women that come up missing, will this make you guys shy away from it? He said, we gonna investigate them all. But that's fair. You up here crying wolf, and look.
Right here.
Was she traveling with anyone? Excuse me. Was she traveling with anyone since the time she disappeared, to your knowledge?
And not to my knowledge.
She wasn't traveling with no one.
Verify a lot of aspects of the story. Where do you think she went, and how would you characterize what happened here?
You know, that's the $100 question. You know, we pretty much know exactly what took place from the time she left work until she got on the 911 call, and we can see getting out of the car on the interstate from that footage. And after that, I think she only knows. We don't know.
Well, one quick follow-up. Her parents. Did you speak with Carlee's parents, and why do you think it is they were so adamant that there was an abductor?
Yeah, I think parents have believed in what their daughter's saying, and we've had a very good rapport with the parents, met with them on several occasions. I've talked to them today a few times, and to make them understand that we're under pressure from our community, not only in our community of the state, but nationally when the story hit. And I just wanted them to understand that today we were going to have a press conference, and what we were going to detail today are facts. And
He said, I like that man. The shade, the very polite shade. I just have one more question. The parents were very adamant that there was an abductor. Well, yeah, you know, and parents are going to believe their child, okay? She's a liar, but a parent's going to stand by their kid. And I told them when I met with him, I'm translating what he said. I told him, I said, hey, I know y'all believe her. That's your baby. You've been very cooperative. You've talked to us. But based on what I found and the facts, I can't let the community sit no longer because they on my ass and it's national. So I'm gonna tell them everything, the facts that I found. But I know you're gonna believe your baby girl, okay? She's a little liar, bless her heart. But I'm telling the facts. Translation. He threw all the shade, period. Just as sweet and kind as he can be. And they did refund it. And I think the only reason they refunded it was they didn't want that smoke on them. Had they kept that money, because at the end of the day, once you give somebody GoFundMe money, unless you can prove it was a lie, and even though this proves she lied, had they withdrew it, you'd have been out. But they refunded all that money. Okay?
And everything that I've told you today is actual facts. It's not innuendos. It's not what I think. It's not what these detectives think. It is the factual information that we have.
He said, don't misconstrue my words. We not implying shit. We telling you what we said. We telling you the facts on what we got. Your daughter, sweet little old thing she is, okay? She was searching before she got kidnapped by the orange man with the bald spot and fed cheese, wine, and crackers. The fuck shit. What my shirt say? I'm here for the fuck shit. Okay? A lot of people think she was trying to get an abortion. Again, I'm my speculation is high on something because he said out of respect for their privacy, he wouldn't tell what else was on the phone. So, again, unconfirmed. But he definitely, the GoFundMe was refunded. Yep, they didn't keep it. They get their money. They didn't want all of that on them. But definitely, he said, I hear you. The mother, she trusts her daughter. The family gonna stand by their kid.
On the opposite of the how much time do you think will give the family before going back to Carlee for sentencing?
Well, I think our detectives have talked to the parents, and we're ready. We're ready to talk as soon as she's ready. So, she called right now. We're ready.
One word to describe what would that be?
How about unknown? We know the facts that we have. Everything else is unknown at this time.
In the back.
What have the past few days been like for you, your department? This has been a stressful search, hasn't it?
Well, absolutely. And again, the focus of the investigation that Thursday, when she went missing, of course, the focus was to get Carlee home. That's what we want all. We wanted her safe and sound. And that's all happened. And then, of course, this has gotten to be not only a local, state story, but a national story. So, it is. It's a lot of stress on everyone in the Hoover Police Department, the mayor, every citizen here. We want to know the truth.
And as you stand here, are you frustrated?
I wouldn't say I'm frustrated. I mean, I'm very happy that Carlee's home. That was the main ingredient here, and then we'll figure it out. I promise you that. We'll end up figuring it out.
Any idea about the number of manpower hours or the expense of the drones and all the rest of the search that might cost the city and state and federal government?
Yeah, we haven't had time to consider that, but it's again, these detectives that are here. This is just a small group of people that have been associated with this case. We have put every available resource that we have on this case because we wanted to make sure that we found out everything. We wanted to get her home, and we have.
Chief, was there any prior indication of mental health problems?
Not that I'm aware of.
Could you just expand on the people from the state, federal resources brought in? What were they doing exactly as you all were searching for her? Can you just expand on that?
Sure. A lot of the from the FBI side, several agents helping us interview. I mean,
I feel like this is a lot of shade at the family. And I'm going to tell you why. He's making sure that they understand, because they already done asked the question, what about the resources that were put into looking for her? Well, we're going to do what we got to do to look for her. And the FBI was looking, people in the streets, boots to the ground. He's making it known, everybody, all departments did their part. That's a lot of money without saying that's a lot of money. Come on now. Her family watched this thing like, child, your ass going down. She probably, Mama, I swear, I hope she ain't the kid. I swear to God, I swear to God, I was kidnapped. I'm telling you what I know. Well, who did them searches? My phone had got lost at work, bitch. Oh, Lord. He definitely is getting annoyed. Ooh. Hey, Sandra.
I mean, as you well know, in a case like this, especially when it goes national, we got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calls. And when you get those calls, some of them may just be outlandish, but you've got to.
So, again, he's emphasizing the money that they spent. He had to check every damn lead that came through. Manpower, hours, dead ends. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she gonna get some charges. Put a 2 in the chat if you think no charges. And put a 3 in the chat if you think she and some family members and friends might get caught up.
You've got to follow up on them because you never know that you may get that one tidbit. And I'd also say, too, that we had a great cooperation with the family. The family received hundreds and hundreds of tips, and every time they got a tip, they sent it to us.
Would you say a crime has been committed?
No, we have not determined that yet.
1 and 3. I see a lot of 3s, 2s, yeah.
Media. Question for Chief. All the searches that you mentioned, Chief, that were on Carlee's phone, does that kind of give you an indication of her mind state during this ordeal, 48 hours
Yeah.
that she went missing?
Well, again, we want to talk in facts, and I do think it's highly unusual to the day that someone gets kidnapped, that 7 hours, 8 hours before that they're searching the internet, Googling the movie Taken about an abduction. I find that very, very strange, yes.
I like how he keeps it cute. He said, I find it strange. Not necessarily she got mental problems. Because if we take it to court, she's going to get that hot competency test. We're going to see if she can stand trial. Not everything is mental illness in the sense of a mental break. Mental breaks are instant. Like they just, the person lose it, right? Erratic behavior. You're doing a deliberate search of things. You ask specifically, how much is it or does it cost to get a Amber Alert? In my opinion, that's not a mental break. That's your ass is a scammer, a schemer, and you fucked up and you got caught up and you can't get out of it. Hey, I'm well with Miss Messy. Hey, girl. Oh, Lord. This is a mess.
Yes. Do you feel confident, do your investigators feel confident that you know why Carlee Russell may have done this?
No, we do not know. Absolutely not.
She said, do you feel confident and do you know why that Carlee did this? And he said, we do not know. That makes me think, like they said they are, that they're continuing to investigate this. We might not hear nothing for a long time. But I don't think Alabama. Is this Alabama? This Alabama, this ain't Texas. But them southern states, they not finna let this ride. They not finna let you go have your seafood boil without no repercussions, right? You know what I'm saying? You're not finna walk away from this. You might get a couple of months quiet and peace, right? They not finna just, well, bygones be bygones. I don't see this being a bygone. Thank you for the super chat. The whole family should have to clean the interstate on Listen, community service. Everybody that participated. She is also 25. She is not 15. Exactly. Now, I have heard, to be fair, and not even to be fair, but just friends of mine, and maybe if you're a nurse, people in nursing school going through the nursing projects, they have had some nurses lose it, right? They've had to take breaks because it's not just, hey, I want to be a nurse. even some people, I don't, people that kind of downplay LPNs, it's LPN, RN, all y'all nursing. But them tests are nothing to be played with. Trying to pass that NCLEX and all them things of that nature. They can have some moments, right? However, usually from what I hear when from my friends and I've seen in looking at different nursing forms, they were depressed because they were failing, or they were depressed because they were too nervous, or they had family pressure. Like one lady, she kept getting B's. B's is passing. Her father kept telling her, I don't want no nurse anesthetist with a B giving me my, putting me to sleep. Even though she had A's and everything, she got a B. And she would be going through, her residency. She was losing it over a B because of family pressure. So I just put that out there to say, I hear you, because I saw some people in comments across social, oh my God, she was a nurse. Yeah, yeah. But no, this is for me. No. The searching sealed it for me. I can't. The searching sealed it for me. Let's finish up.
Can you explain for us? You mentioned it. While
Right.
Carlee was on the phone with she was traveling 6 football fields, which tells you what?
Which tells me that I've had kids, and I'm sure a lot of people here have, and it's very, very, again, she said it, and I'm not saying it couldn't happen, because I've always been one of these guys, never say never, but 6 football fields. I like athletics, I like football. 6 football fields. To think that a toddler, barefoot, that could be 3 or 4 years old, is going to travel 6 football fields.
Did he put a one in the chat? Put a one in the chat if he called her a lying ass motherfucker. You can put motherfucker in the chat, spell it wrong. Huh? He just called her a liar. He said, nah, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say nothing is possible. Because all things are possible through Christ. But the little boy wasn't filled and sanctified with the Holy Spirit. Okay, he might have been a spirit in a... I'm about to play, motherfucker. Ma'am, you telling us a little toddler walked through... Here's what I think. I don't think she realized they would do those kind of measurements. I don't think she realized that when they got to investigating, they're looking at everything. Baby, he said, no, we've seen some possibilities. But 6 football fields and you barefoot and you on a dirty ass freeway with glass broke and leftover. My folk from down south would call broke up tires, them big ones that would break an alligator track, them little things. And he walking 6 football fields barefoot, white and 3. What? Ma'am, you didn't think that through. You should have took notes. If you're going to watch a movie, you got to take notes. Hello, you got to take a notes. And why wouldn't you you literally saw a baby. First of all, it would have been tons of calls about this baby. But you just walking by driving. Hello? He's a white male, 3, and you just a driving and I got to go. I gotta get my fruit snacks. Lady, get away from here. Fuck you. Yes, he's still walking and she... Oh, Jesus on the cross. That's not how that works. It's not.
Fields, without getting in the roadway, without crying, without any...
He didn't run in the street?
Moving down. It's just very hard for me to understand.
Chief, have you used any technology to enhance that video?
Listen, did you peep the words again? He didn't say, I like this man. He didn't say it's hard for me to believe. He said, it's hard for me to understand. He called her a liar in the nicest way. He called her a liar. He did. Hey, do the right thing. Hey, Dana. He did.
And from 459, and did you see a man grab her?
We did not see, from what we can tell, we don't see anybody on the interstate other than her car and then someone getting out of her driver's side. We have sent that off to the FBI for enhancement. It has not been returned.
Do you think in this case that charges will be forthcoming towards Carlee Russell? And how serious of a crime is it to not only fabricate a 911 call, but to lie to law enforcement during an investigation?
Well, again, that's not something that we've discussed as we're going through the still investigation. But people have to understand that when someone says something like this, we put every available resource. Everybody comes together from say state, local, federal. It's just a lot of work, and the gentleman earlier said frustrated. I mean, it is a little frustrating to think that all this has been done and we can't find anything out.
Did anyone see her calling in from the side of the road when she made that 911 call?
Not to my knowledge.
All right, last question here.
Is this investigation held up until you can speak once again, Carlee Russell?
Well, there's a few things that we're still doing, but obviously we want to talk to Carlee as soon as we can and do an in-depth interview. And at that time, I think we'll have these investigators doing some other things. So
That's all the questions we're going to answer today. We appreciate you guys coming, and we'll be following up with y'all later. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna drop the link. Now, I ask that if you hit the link, you don't gotta show me your face, but I need to see from the neck down that you got a shirt on, because I can't get porn bombed. You know what I'm saying? And keep your camera off. If you want to cut the camera on, that's fine, but just cut the camera on. You will not be pulled up. Cut your camera on. Show me at least the neck down that you dress, and I'm gonna say, hey, cut your camera off. When I see it go off, I'm gonna pull you up. Let's talk about it. Give me your thoughts. 1 to 2 minutes, and we're gonna move it along. Let's see. They go to link. Hit the link. What's up? Couple of questions. Can she, once this is all said and done, and to me, it's all said and done. Couple of questions. Put a 1 in the chat if you think she deserves a minimum 6 months to a year in jail, or put a 2 in the chat if she needs over 2 years in jail. Okay? I want to know your thoughts on some type of discipline. Do you feel discipline is needed? Also, do you think Carlee can recover from this with any trust as far as a job, friendships, relationships, things of that nature? Y'all said 2. Y'all want her locked up. Who said 5? Child. The 1s is coming in, but them 2s is on her ass. I guess y'all go. Okay, we got not jail, a mental institute. Now, for me, I feel she should do a little bit of jail, but be mentally evaluated. Okay, that's my take. She definitely needs some mental support. But I don't think it, for me, it doesn't take away what she did. She said, no, that ship is said. You got to go. They go to 1. I never want to kiss nursing goodbye. It is. So she can't be a nurse. Somebody said community service in under a year jail. Yeah. So she'll never be a nurse again. But here's the thing. She's not convicted. Can she fight it? She hasn't been convicted as of yet. Let's say she don't get convicted because they can't pull up any charges. But I think it is some charges to be got. I think overwhelmingly, is that a word? It's overwhelming proof it was no kid. Your searches alone shows premeditation. Intent to fool. I feel there's some charges coming. It might not. Hey, Woo Kim, if I didn't speak to you, some jail, some restitution for them cops. Because he did let us know. He said, well, manpower went into this. It's going to cost you. Lord, don't let her Uber or Lyft. Man. Hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. Cut your camera off, boo. You know I know you. Okay, your camera's off. Give me 1 second. Miss Kiva, those are serious charges. Perjury. I'm finna pull you up. Your camera is off. You all set. He say those are serious charges. Okay? Perjury. Filing a false police report. The whole 9. Well over 1 million in expensive will be charged. Oh wow. Oh wow. Hey, Telexa, hey girl.
Hey,
Talk about it.
bear with me. I'm trying to do this where I don't hear you in stereo.
Hold on, I'm finna fix it so it's no echo. I'm gonna put my headphones in. That'll stop it from echoing. Let me get my headphones. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you when they in, cause that's gonna be me. I didn't have them in while we was talking. Let me put them in. Yeah, I'm finna get rid of the echo. Hold on. Here I come. They're like, echo girl. I know. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Raj. Premeditate. Yeah, they on her ass. Okay, I got my headphones in. It shouldn't be an echo. Y'all let me know once she starts talking, is it an echo?
Okay,
Night charm.
let's see if this works. Is it still echoing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. If based on what we've been hearing, what as to what led to her to do what she did, she would have been much better off accepting responsibility of the possible charges that were pending against her, explaining she had a drug issue, and they would have worked out a deal,
Mm-hmm.
especially if this was the first time she had ever been charged with anything. And she could have possibly done this, worked out the deal, and never had anything on her record under a first time offender status.
Okay. Yeah.
If I was a prosecutor and they brought this to me, I would pursue it all the way. If I was a DA, I would pursue it all the way because it's one of those cases that's going to get me reelected.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to pursue charges against her. I don't think she'll ever have a medical career.
Mm.
I don't think she's ever going to have a career in anything where moral turpitude comes into play. But I don't think her life is completely over.
Okay. So you don't think her life is over? She just got to move on from the medical field and rebuild her trust in the community.
Yeah, I think she's going to have issues.
So just based off of this particular, because look, we already done judged and convicted her. The child ain't convicted of nothing. But I'm where my hammer? Guilty. Okay. What job do you see her going into that would welcome her? Like, what could be her next thing? Somebody in the chat said self-employment. Oh, I think she didn't drop down. You might.
She could spend
There you
this.
go.
If she actually took the time to get herself together, she could spend this into a counseling career where
Okay.
she's counseling other people that are going through similar problems.
Okay. I see you, GD. I'm gonna pull you up in another minute or so. Yep. She could have the, could this could be a teaching tool, huh? Counsel other people and say, this is what I did. I was done. Her parents are real estaters, right? Did I read that right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what her parents do, but she wouldn't sell me a house.
Relax. Okay, listen, y'all is not giving her no grace. Let me pull up GD. I'm gonna drop you down.
Okay.
She say she can't sell you. She can't sell you bricks. Hey, GD.
What's going on, Kiva? Can you hear me, girl?
Yes, I hear you.
So listen, my first question is going back to when she called the girlfriend or the wife or the brother or whatever, and they said that she said that she heard her scream, right?
Mm-hmm.
My first question is, do you not have situational awareness at all times, especially when you out on the side of the highway, that you didn't see some man running up on you from out the bush? Because I know my head is always on the swivel, even when I'm in the car driving on the highway. I see everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say
Mm-hmm.
people can't get got, because people get got all the time. You know what I'm saying? But that just that don't, I don't know. And then he said that he was checking on the baby, um, unless he was the baby, because we didn't see a baby on the footage anywhere, right?
Well,
So
at the end of the day, they clearly said there was no evidence of a child even being present.
exactly. So then
So
she said she heard her scream, right? Did she only scream once? Like, was it a yelp real quick and
I
then she was
honestly don't
off and
believe she
gassed
heard her
off?
scream. I believe that was a lie.
But look, if she, let's just say she did hear her scream. That means
Mhm.
that she would have heard the man walk up on her and mumble something. I mean, if he's close enough for you, that
Mhm.
you said he mumbled, right? If he's close enough for
Mhm.
you to hear him mumble, that means the person on the phone most likely would have heard that mumble too. And you, if
Mhm.
again, was it a fight? You know what I'm saying? You only came with a little scratch on your lip and a headache. So you
Mhm.
wasn't fighting for your life like the mom
And you
said.
still had your $100 on you
In your sock. In
in
your
your sock.
sock.
Mhm.
In your sock. I know, look, if somebody ever look, they patting you down. They're not letting you go nowhere with no clothes on. And then they
Mhm.
fed you Cheez-Its. Was it the Cheez-Its that they fed her? Was that the same stuff that she
And
bought from the Target?
played in her hair.
You know what I'm saying? I could go for a good scalp scratch. I'm not mad about a scalp scratch. You know, don't put me in timeout, Kiva. Don't put me in timeout, girl. But I'm just saying, everybody likes a
Yeah.
good head
It's
scratch. But I mean,
a
you know,
lot of legit points are being made that we know the police have already thought
hmm
about that, right? And so
yeah.
that's why I like how he answered the questions. Basically, she's a liar. Just give us time to finish to wrap it up so that we can, get it going. Okay?
And I don't know if you saw my comment, but I said this. If I bless the Lord that I've never been in this situation,
Mhm.
and I feel for all the folks who have, and I'm glad the folks that made it home. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And if I was ever in this situation and I made it home, I'm not declining interviews with the police. I'm going to
I know
tell.
that's right. I
I'm
am.
telling everything and everybody. She said
Yeah.
they took her into a house. Well, what the house looked like? Where was the house at? When you got out the tractor trailer, where was you at? How'd they catch you again? They didn't put no handcuff.
Now,
I would
I
if
will say this: if she truly was kidnapped, you're typically blindfolded. There have been people who have been legitimately kidnapped and can't tell you nothing because they were
yeah.
blindfolded. A bag over their head, they legitimately didn't know. But her escaping the back of the semi only to be recaptured, and
And
then
then
you're
escaped again.
escaped again conveniently in the area of your house.
I tell you
Eh,
what, if I escaped the first time, you're not catching me. I'm out. I'm
okay.
out. And then I would like to see and I know that they don't owe it to us or nothing like that, but supposedly there is what's it called? Ring
From the
cameras.
neighbors or whatever,
Yeah,
yeah, maybe.
that saw her casually walking and then all of a sudden she flipped out and started running. Like if that's a thing and they have that footage, that's probably why she don't want to talk to them again because she at home listening to y'all give her all the alibis.
I'm,
You
I,
can't tell me she ain't been listening to these panels, girl, and trying to think of the
okay.
next excuse. I'm just saying, it doesn't make any. There's a
Rainy,
lot of
I
stuff
see
in
you.
this
I'm
story
finna
that don't
pull
make no
you up.
sense. I'm gonna
You
drop down
you
Kiva, but
gave a ton of good points. I appreciate it. Hey, Star. All
absolutely
right, hun.
love
Thanks
you,
for
Kiva.
coming
Thank you
up.
so
I
much.
appreciate you. Love you back.
All right.
Rainin, I'm finna pull you up. Your camera is off. Good. I'm finna pull you up. Hold on. Hey, lady.
Hey, Kiva, can you hear me okay?
I don't know if I want to hear you because you've been waiting for. You've been waiting. You like, drop the link. Ooh, cha.
Let me tell you, first of all, greetings to everyone and the chat mods and everybody. Kiva, girl, you know I want to drag her by her eyelashes, by her real eyelash. Like I want to get down, like I just want to drag her so hard. The Holy Spirit won't let me drag her
Good.
like I
Good.
want to.
Okay.
However, I'm gonna say it is definitely shame and drag worthy. So I'm gonna shame her.
A shame is good. She needs a little shame. She
She needs
definitely
a
did.
whole lot of shame.
And wait, let me pause and speak to this comment. I love Simply Complicated. That's one of I appreciate her because she always looks at the other side, and her and a couple of other people, they not she's not one of them people that go against the grain deliberately just to be an asshole, right? She
Mm-hmm.
always has a thoughtful comment. And with this one, she's only 25. I feel like only 25 is old enough to pay rent, lights, mortgage, have sex, have a baby, and become a nurse. She's old enough to know better. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, that's not an excuse at all. Okay, I love. And a lot of people feel like you. They like, nah, let her be. And then she also says, not making excuses. She did what she did, but the punishment shouldn't be something that ruins her life. I always look at it like this: when you do the crime, you need to figure out, do you want your life ruined? We don't make the rules on what's going to ruin your life, right? So she knew she was trying to be a nurse, and she know that trying to steal and lie to the police and things is wrong and could potentially ruin her life. But I also think, and correct me if I'm wrong, simply that you're stating the punishment. Maybe she don't need 5, 6 years. She don't need to be charged with felonies and things of that nature. I'm assuming that's what you mean. But again, I always appreciate her comments because she looked on the other side, excuse me, of the coin like a lot of people. But I just wanted to acknowledge her that I did see you. We'll agree to disagree on some of it, but I do, and I get her. She didn't kill nobody, and she didn't
Mm-hmm.
physically harm no one. However, just like she allegedly is going through trauma, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
emotional hurt. And that
Mm-hmm.
woman whose daughter was murdered, she's
Mm-hmm.
emotionally hurt. And a lot of people, so the emotional trauma to me lasts longer than physical, you know. And okay, good. So you understood was, yeah, she was saying she don't feel she deserved jail time. Right, and that's why I polled y'all. A lot of people don't feel she deserved jail time. She should get some kind of punishment. Some people said tether and things of that nature. Okay, go ahead. Raining had a floor. Get,
I think she absolutely should do jail time.
mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think it needs to be like the rest of her life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of
Mm-hmm.
course. But she definitely needs, in my opinion, she needs to do jail time because she was deliberate about what she did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And for her to be 20, if we want to say, okay, well, she's only 25. Well, for her to be only 25, that makes it that much worse because of how manipulative and deliberate she was and strategic she was in this whole scheme to be a 25-year-old. So, and then the parents, now, let me stay on here before I get to these parents. And I know you want on be for a few minutes, so,
No, do and ain't nobody else hit the link. But the parents, they go ahead.
so one of the things that got me wanting to really drag her and definitely shame her is because it sounded a little sketchy to me at first, and now everything moved me right away, right? I try to give things a little bit of time and everything before I respond to it. I saw everybody posting it everywhere, and I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, this really could be, something, serious or whatever. It really could be what it's claiming. It sounds sketchy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a little iffy, but what if? And then for all of the resources, like the officer says, because we know that it is hard for melanated women
Mm-hmm.
and girls to get attention on this level to this degree and extent on a regular basis. A lot of things that happen to us that get swept under the rug, it gets taken lightly. And when we have something where okay, someone's actually paying attention and then it's a hoax, it
Mm-hmm.
hurts
Mm-hmm.
the
True.
real victims, the past victims, current victims, and potentially future victims. And then I don't like the setup being, I mean, the being where you want to say maybe it's mental illness, right? Because now you put such a stain on those who suffer with mental illness of various degrees and various kinds,
Mm-hmm.
where
Mm-hmm.
there's already a stigma
Yeah.
that okay, so now we can't they can't be trusted. There's not a mental institution where people just get put away from society so that they don't cause any harm to people. There is temporary places, right? There's not really institutions where everyone that has any kind of just gets locked up and locked away. Those things are gone. The asylums are gone, right? So but when people come out and they use mental illness as an escape from consequences, it allows too many other people that do heinous things
Mm-hmm.
also to use this as an excuse. And as well as, again, it further adds a stain on those that do function in society or struggle with functioning in society with mental illnesses. So
Yeah.
then there's
Yeah.
that caveat that you're hurting those people as well.
Yeah.
Usually, when someone is suffering from mental illness of any kind and their family is aware, whatever, that's one of the first things they say when they report them as missing or lost or disoriented or out of sorts. One of the first thing they say, hey, and by the way, my cousin or this person, they have bipolar or they've been schizoaffective.
Mm-hmm.
They act weird when they're not on their meds. They need
True.
help right away. Even if it's not mental illness, even if it's they have like diabetes or something that affects their mind if they
Yeah.
don't take their
Untreated
medication,
Yeah. Yeah.
they will say it. This
Yeah.
person really, if they're not on medication, things can happen. If they're not on their medication. So
Evangelist Val, I see you. I'm gonna pull you up in a minute.
so
Yep.
there's you know so there's that, and then you come up with this elaborate story.
Yeah.
The more you talk, the more she said, the more she dug a hole. She knew she was in trouble. She just kept saying things to try to stop from being in trouble. But she was too stupid to understand and realize, and probably because she's 25,
Mm-hmm.
right? She
Mm-hmm.
was too stupid to realize the more she talked, the
The
bigger
bigger
the
hole.
hole she
Yeah.
was digging for herself because it wasn't making sense. She
Yeah.
didn't count on there being cameras to catch what was being shown. But here's something else too, and I'm gonna the other person please come on. But
Mm-hmm.
how is it that all of this began to happen as well right after there was an altercation between her and another female behind some D, her boyfriend? Did you
Oh
know about that?
no. Well, you know how you hear stuff. I didn't get the full story. So is this alleged or sort of confirmed? Like.
Okay, let's say it's alleged,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's still mighty funny because
Mm-hmm.
she was saying that, well, the other lady was supposed to be a stripper, right?
Okay.
and she's going back and forth with the stripper. He was just in your face trying to get back at me because he was mad at me, but don't think it means anything. It was the complete opposite of anything angelic, like what the parents
Where
tried
was
to
this
say.
at? Where was this?
TikTok.
It was screenshots of conversations.
It was screenshots,
Okay.
screenshots, and
Okay.
I think it's also on Instagram.
Okay. So we'll say allegedly because we can't verify who the people
Yes,
are,
allegedly.
but I understand if it's true how it plays a role. Hmm.
Exactly. Trying to garner attention. But then again, when it first came out, right? Oh, she's a student of this. She's trying to go, she's in nursing school. The whole like angelic like picture. And then all of this says the complete opposite of this angelic image
Hmm.
that they wanted to give us for us to all be praying and looking for. Now don't get me wrong. You
Hmm.
don't have to be an angel for us to care about you being missing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Not by any means. If
Hmm.
something happens to anybody, you're missing, you're hurt or whatever, we need to find out what's going on. We need to get down to the root of the matter.
Hmm.
But don't put up these pretenses while you are having everyone getting losing sleep,
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
all their energy to this, having all these resources being pulled for this, only for it to be fake.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
she needs to receive consequences for this. We cannot let this kind of behavior go unconsequenced.
You have listen. You made all the valid points. Okay, and I appreciate you not having your spirit give her the dragon of her life, but you still shamed her, and that she needed it. Okay.
Okay. All
All right.
right. Thank
So
you.
don't be a stranger to the link. Okay,
O-
I've enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you, Miss Kiva.
All right,
Peace.
Val, I'm finna bring you on up. Hold on. Hey, Val.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. I just had some points that I've been really thinking about since this whole thing started. And I feel a little bit different. I feel like the parents, I have I just, they kind of irritate me because I feel like this is not her first rodeo. When I watch the parents in the interviews,
Mm-hmm.
they know that she is a habitual liar. I feel like she has shown in her past, we all know our children, if that makes sense. And I think that they have shown in these interviews, especially the father, by the way he responds with the not knowing whether to shake his head yes or shake his head no. And the way he looks down, he's disappointed in her. And I think he has always known that this could be a shady deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they were afraid that she could possibly have been kidnapped, but at the same time, she's pulled something like this before. And I think that when they went on the Today Show to kind of save face, the dad was so disappointed because he literally just looked like this is not what these people think that it is. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
think they were able to, come out and say that ahead of time. But I think that after she came home, it was exactly what they felt. Carlee is at it again. And this is the kind of thing she pulls, that not the kidnapping, but the stealing and the big, elaborate stories, oh, somebody did this to me, or oh, somebody did that to me, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's the type of life she's probably led. And that, I don't know if that's mental illness, or if that's just being a liar. I don't know that being a liar is a mental illness. I don't think we can label everything as being mentally ill. And then when it comes to her, I think that she had a well thought out plan and she executed it terribly. She thought she would be able to rob her job,
Hold
take
on,
her.
Val. Hold on one hot second.
Oh, go ahead.
Because it's a lot of people came here I didn't get to speak to. I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring y'all. Hey, Miss Ed Lion, you've been making good points. Nanya, hey, Avalon, good to see you. Shrinking Sharon, all good points. Amber Taylor, I know it's the eternity. I'm pretty sure I said that right. I like how you spelled it. Avalon. I think I spelled Lulu. Okay, just don't want to miss nobody.
Yeah.
Lee Pepper. Okay, go ahead, Val.
But no, I was just gonna say I think she thought it out, get the robe, get the toilet paper, get the money from her job, drive down the highway. Oh, I'm gonna say I seen a baby. But then when it came to describing the kidnapper, she knew if she said it was a white man, well, what a white man with blonde hair, a white man with black hair, it's too easy to find a white man that looks like that. So she had to do the orange hair. You know what I mean? Like she had to come up with somebody she thought they would never find. And so she, in the details is where her lies fell apart, because you start saying weird stuff. So you buy Cheez-Its at Target and then granola bars, and then they let you take your snacks with you when they kidnap you. Like, who does that? And if they were going to take the snacks, why didn't they just take the Mediterranean food from the restaurant? You know what I mean? Like, if they're going to feed you, they might as well let you take all your food. And if they were so kind to kidnappers, why didn't they let you take your wig? Like, there's so many things that don't make sense. And I just feel like this is not the first time she's done this, and her family is embarrassed, as I would be too. I would be embarrassed, as a parent. But I just, I think the police are probably, for me, I have much respect for the man in the purple blazer. I felt like he held it down very well.
Yeah, he handled that. He did that. That conference was very telling, and he said a lot without saying a lot.
Yes,
He
yes.
did. He did.
And I agree with you when you said that part when he said there were some searches that that he was going to respect her and he wasn't going to tell what those searches were. But it came to mind that maybe she was trying to find out how to terminate a pregnancy, and maybe that's why she was leaving, trying to, go to another state where she could get that done. But what the lady that was up here before me, I also was on another content creator's channel and saw those messages where she was attacking another young lady over her boyfriend and telling her she was trash and she was poor. You're poor and I'm rich. You're a stripper and I'm a nurse. She was that kind of stuff.
And again, we want to say allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm sorry,
right.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No.
So,
you good.
Yeah, so that beef was, out there in the air. And all of this was before she went allegedly missing.
And that's what's unfortunate is when you bring stuff to the internet, anybody's loved one go missing. 9 out of 10 times we jump where? Social media.
Yeah.
Because social media is going to help. But in the same breath, social media is going to speculate immediately when your story don't quite sound right. And you can't control that. If you don't want nothing on the internet, you should have went to the police and quietly. But the police gonna be like, well, we need to get the word out. If she was kidnapped, it's inevitable that this was going to hit the internet. Now, you can create a text message. It could have been real. It could have been fake. But we have so much speculation because y'all waited this long to speak up. But now, because of the press conference, we kind of see why. They were scraping everything that they could with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah.
I didn't even think, not once in my mind did I think they was going to pull up her internet searches.
Me either.
Or that they would measure how far she was driving while
that was
talking
crazy.
I'm like, the length of 6 football fields. So it was a lot. I'm very excellent. And he answered them questions straight on. He wasn't messy. He threw all the shade. He called her absolutely 101 liars. Very, very, very nice. In a nice manner.
He did. He was
So
respectable, very respectable to the family without, but still letting the community know, don't be afraid because there's nothing out there to fear, you know?
yeah, yeah. He definitely said. He said, "Yeah, y'all safe. Now you might not
Yeah,
be safe from the other kidnapper, but the orange-haired one,
right,
you good to
right.
go. He's a
Ain't nobody
kind."
coming for y'all that came for her. The clown is not
It's
out there.
definitely giving clown and he kept it respectable. Val, thank you for coming up.
Yes,
I'm gonna drop
yes.
you down. Be sure to hit the
Okay,
link again. Thank you so much. Okay.
okay. I sent you a message too on Instagram.
Okay, I'll check it. Okay.
Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. So yeah, y'all, we have done the thing. We have had the conversations. I'm gonna drop the link to see if anyone else wants to. We've been up here almost 2 hours, but this was really a good conversation because this story took a mind of its own. Okay, so yeah, it took a mind of its own, and what can we do? Nothing. But listen, a Tubi movie. Hello, a Tubi movie. Mm. Hello. Yo. Oh, I enjoyed the live. Do me a favor. So they left the baby where there was no baby. Stoner. The It was no evidence of there ever was a baby. Did you miss the conference? I'll give you the wrap up. The short version is 7 days before she allegedly got kidnapped. Somebody said this is only for Tubi. They said don't blame Tubi. 7 days before she um, was allegedly kidnapped, she was searching. How much does it cost to? Will it cost you to do an Amber Alert? She searched. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I've been drinking wine. How to take money from a register. She searched the movie Taken, and she searched a one-way ticket to Nashville. And she searched Amber Alert. She searched about the Amber Alert while on her work computer. They said there is no baby. They have no evidence of a baby even being there. She was on the phone with the 911 operator driving, giving a description of said baby walking for the length of 6 football fields. And in the conference, he said, I find it hard to believe that a little toddler walked 6 football fields before you actually pulled over and helped the baby. So we have no baby. We have premeditation. She is a liar. She stole a robe and toilet tissue from her job. Okay. Yeah. So there's that. Yep. Yep. There's that. I'm gonna drop the link one last time, and then come on up. Hold on. Come on up. Hold on. Let me let you up. Hey.
Hello, how you doing?
Oh, good. Hello.
Okay, so my name is Mrs. A.T. Stan. Like I really like Michelle A.T. So that's what it
And you
means.
know what? Your name got me watching her because I be calling you Miss Atlion, and I'm like, it is not Atlion. It's like, look, and my glasses is on, but I be wanting to say Atlion. She like, say my name right. It's ATL.
I love
Okay.
like, that. That's not my real name. I'm not even from Atlanta, so
No,
I just
that's
want to say, I just want to say, I think this was like I think she was watching Dave Chappelle. Another content creator pulled
oh.
up Dave Chappelle's "Killing Me Softly." Google it because he talks about how he was in the hood and there was a baby standing on a corner. And so he was like, I ain't getting out this car because we in the hood. And then the baby was like, so he just yelled at the car, like, baby, get out, go home, get out the street. And so he was like, man, I'm selling drugs. So I just feel like this was a comedy. Like we saw, she's Googling stuff because it ain't make no sense at all. And I never, I mean, once I saw the tape, I said, that didn't really happen. It didn't make any sense. The girl just ran down the thing. I mean, it was like, I'm sorry. People always want to be like, believe black people and all sorts of stuff. But black people can lie
Yeah.
too. And so I'm just going to be realistic. I'm not
Yes.
going to not use my common sense because it's going to hurt somebody's feelings. So that's all I wanted to say. But I love your show.
And I love you. Thank you. And you got me to watching her. I just recently started watching her because I don't watch a lot of the shows she watched, so I be a little lost. But I like her vibe. I like her
Yeah.
whole. But okay, so I'm gonna get over there more. But I love that you hit my lane. Y'all that hit my lane. Thank y'all for the first time hitting the lane. All right,
Thank
huh?
you. All right. Bye bye.
See you later. Hold on, where we go? A do-it-yourself kidnapping, man. That tickles me. Oh Lord, she stole toilet tissue. Yes, hey Stacy B. Yes, honey. You you can't drag me to walk foot. Listen, on my little workout journey, my friend we went to a football field. I rolled my ass at her. I said, "Bitch, I'll walk back to my car before I walk this whole football field." No, I'm gonna stop at 50 steps. You talk about a toddler? Walk. Oh Lord, she didn't hit the lane. Listen, my friend that hit the lane. I don't see you. Not need to see you. No, no. Cut your camera off. You were a white screen. You good? You can cut your camera back off. You want your camera on? Shake your head yes or no. Cause I'm finna pull you up. Hit the camera off button. It's gonna be the little camera icon. I'm not gonna pull you. You found it. There you go. Okay. I'm finna pull you up. Your camera is off. Hold on. Let me pull you up. See, that's what all content creators should do. Give your people a chance to cut their camera off or on before you snatch their ass up.
Hey
there.
y'all.
Hey, girl. Here we go.
I literally um I don't know what happened. I just got here. I just got off a 16-hour shift. And I'm hearing all about the thing because she collected Dorito dust while she was collecting the Dorito dust in the basement. People was looking for her. What the hell was going on?
Ooh,
I heard how crazy. I heard about the craziness. Like my mom was telling me about it, and I was like, no, all because of a stripper. No, just
yeah,
no.
that's allegedly, right? So yeah.
Can you say psycho, like psycho? And it boggles my mind. It. You know what? To each their own on that one. But she got a lot of people to pay back on it. She's gonna have to take out that pocketbook.
Yeah.
Write the check to everybody. And they should just arrest her for wasting their damn funds and wasting their damn time.
But she had a charcuterie board while she was locked up.
So she had a charcuterie board. Oh.
She had Cheez-Its and shit. She had a massage in her hair. Like the kidnappers really was getting you. They were kind, okay? They were very. She even escaped, okay? And
While they were massaging her feet,
baby, she escaped out the back of a truck, a whole trailer, and then they recaptured her. And they said, "Hey, nah, we're not gonna keep chasing you. Come on back here." And lo and behold, she got away again. And it just so happened she wound up in the bushes, in the woods, right on her street. Yeah, they didn't drive far. Like they kidnapped her around the corner.
Yeah. While she was getting her feet done, the deep tissue massage, she even got, she got a little bit of bacon grease on the side of her mouth, they fed her good. Like she probably got her vagina ate and everything.
Oh my God! Please say the what she. She say she was naked with just her socks on, and it was $100 in her socks. So, yeah.
She said that like she putting it up on her OnlyFans. What happened? Kidnapping. The title's gonna be take it.
Somebody said, "Hey, a whole lot of business." She talking about she came back because her snacks ran. No.
You know, her truffle buddy done ran out, so she had to.
Listen. Oh, and no defensive room. She had a little scratch on her lip. No, she didn't, because remember, the boyfriend, well, it was his caption. The mama, and they said, she had to fight. She fought for, mentally, and so there's no, I'm sure they took
Hmm.
one under her nails. Correct me if I'm wrong. If someone kidnaps you and you fight them, do they go under the nails to check for DNA?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, but
there's,
here's the thing. But you might find some, like some, some semen in her, because it's for the OnlyFans. Like what you do
uh,
was you got taken, the
she got
gangbang special.
get down. I'm putting you get down. Okay, down right.
taken, taken, bound and pound.
But
It's
you're not
taken,
gonna,
rounded and pounded.
ma'am. Get down off of this.
Listen, I just need to. Nah, but it's just like we know what really happened. You ran out of truffle butter and stuff, so
Mm,
you had to go and sneak in. She had to sneak in. She had to
mm,
fight. She had to fight for her Cheez-Its back. She
mm,
went back. She went back home thinking she was gonna get herself some peanut butter and stuff,
mm,
and peanut butter and some extra condoms. And then they caught her. Like, oh yeah,
mm.
I fought for my life. You know what? And I got my socks on. And I was naked. But you know what? I did it. She even scratched herself to make it look like she was in trouble.
Mm,
And I know I gotta let Tyrone and them, I mean the kidnappers, that
mm,
know that I'm home safe and sound.
mm.
You know, Big Dick Tyrone over here, he kidnapped me. You know, he
Big dick,
kidnapped
orange hair, bald and Tyrone.
me. Maybe he packing down there. She got grounded and pounded and taken. So
Oh Lord
yeah,
Jesus.
the only thing taken was her virginity
Oh
and
God.
her
I'm
dignity.
I'm bringing you off. I'm bringing you down. Goodbye. Good. Exit out. Goodbye.
Fine. Bye, y'all.
Bye. She talking about fine. I knew she wasn't gonna do right up here, but I like the point of when she got evaluated at the hospital, they looked for DNA. I'm sure they checked under her nails, But if she says she doesn't remember she don't think that they didn't assault her, which is good. So I mean, they don't have anything for us to be worried about. Okay. That man said, "Well, should we be worried?" He said, "Nope. Y'all good to go. We good to go. We safe out here from the orange balding man. Okay, we safe." Oh Lord, and probably if she say and you can. I think if she had to put that element on there, because God forbid that happen. But let's say she lied. Now you've added another layer. But rapists have been known to wear condoms, right? But I don't think she wanted to add that element. Hey, coffee tea. So, who child kidnapped by a hairdresser and a clown? Avalon is listen. When she hit the link, I just stare at the link. I feel like, Lord, here she come. You see how she cut up in the chat? Okay, all the clowns are safe again. Now all the clowns are safe. Oh no. Listen, they do. Listen. Okay? She definitely wanted to need, well, she's got the attention. Maybe she feels unloved. Her family don't appear to not love her. Now, could they be faking? Could that have been a show and her family hates her guts and don't fuck with her? That would be a plot twist. Mm. Where you got all the no orange hairs on her. Probably not. Okay. And the police, they don't care. Some of them don't, especially for our color. Mm, mm, mm. Protect the clowns. Y'all, the circus is on hold for questioning. Oh, Lord Jesus. Y'all is, I'm not going to play with y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. It's 2 hours. Um, I'm probably gonna go live on the Come Get This Commentary 2 because I got energy to do one more live to get caught up on Jag and the mess. I want to talk about them for a hot minute and a couple of other things. So if you are going to be on that channel, look out for that live stream. Lord, give me the strength to stay woke, but I want to kind of keep on my motivation because I'm here for the fuck shit, okay? So drop what they do with her wig. Girl, I wonder did they give it back because it was left at the scene of the crime. Who child? And why they keep putting that bold ass picture of her up looking bald headed, you know, her braids down. I am so sick of them doing that. They keep putting that picture up. I'm like, y'all, she got all these pretty pictures up. And they like, nope, that one. Y'all, good day and goodbye. I'm going to wrap it up and send this on out of here. And I will set up the stream for just about 30 minutes to an hour on the next channel. So I will see you guys later. Bye.